There it goes. And like that, I'm back. Hello, everybody. And by that, I mean nobody, because it's really being by myself. But that's okay. I'm not here to get a million views. I'm here because I like The Witcher a whole lot. In fact, I love The Witcher a whole lot. This is been like the first time I played The Witcher, I played Witcher 2 about 4 or 5 years ago, back on, I want to say it was a 360. And when I played it back then, I only played it because I used to watch Attack of the Show on G4 TV, and I used to also watch X Play, and they used to review games, and everybody on G4 went nuts about how good The Witcher is, you know. And so I ended up buying a Witcher 2 way back then, because I wanted to see this awesome game, you know. And I fell in love with most of it, you know. There's some things about it that, like, you know, like were like a little iffy. But then when Witcher 3 came out, everybody gave it like Game of the Year this and Game of the Year that, and I was like, I just gotta check this out. And after playing it, every other RPG I've ever played seems like child's play. Like Skyrim seems like amateur to me after this game, you know. And so I played everything in this game already, and so I'm going to restart it again. I'm going to restart the game because it's just a really, really fun game. And hold on, let me get my chat going here. Where's my chat? There we go. Live chat. It's me, Stream Elements, and a mystery person. And so I'm going to restart the game because it's just such a quality game. So, hey, Luis Vargas, what up? How you doing, man? Or is it more Luis? Is it Luis or Luis? I imagine it's more Luis because of the Vargas name. Doing great, man. Doing great. Just chilling, a little bit of illin. Right on, man. All right, let's get this started. I added a couple of mods to the game, but just stuff to kind of like make it run a little smoother or make a few things better. Nothing to give me any form of game advantage at all, you know? Simulate Witcher 2 save. Yeah, let's do that. It's weird how the audio in this scene is so quiet compared to the rest of the game, which was really loud. That's nasty. And then let me know how the quality's running. Right now, I didn't feel like setting up my old system, so I'm actually running it on a one computer right now. So I'm actually just putting my faith that my one rig has the power to run the game at good quality and stream it out at good quality. So if you get any blurring, or if it starts like getting choppy, you know, like let me know. Dude, life's been good, man. Life's been really good. I mean, you know, I can't complain. There's the normal stuff like no girlfriend, that kind of bullshit, but like, you know, I have another YouTube channel that I work for that's been really successful lately, and that's been bringing in a lot of like satisfaction when it comes to creating content. But it also like makes me miss streaming because I don't have as much time as I used to. But you know, I decided screw it, I'm gonna stream tonight just because I love The Witcher, man. I love The Witcher. How's life been treating you, Lewis? That's Geralt and Vesemir right there. Vesemir is like his teacher, but he's sort of like a father figure to them all. And that's Yennefer. That's Yennefer being approached by the armies of Nilfgaard, the Black Armies. They take no prisoners, so you have to deal with them. Look at that magic. It sucked that poor dude and his horse into the earth. That's crazy. That's cool, though. Thanks for coming out, Lewis, man. Yeah, I didn't expect it to be like a real busy stream because it's just me, and I only announced it like 10 minutes ago, and I haven't been streaming so much at all lately, so, you know, I figure at most I'll get like 5 people. You're back with depression and suicidal thoughts. Well, I mean, you know, I could tell you the typical chin-up stuff, but you already know that, so all you can do is hang out with me and spend some time with a person and enjoy your night, you know what I mean? That's the best I can offer you right now. Because you've heard all the other stuff. Oh, look at that, dude, that's so cool. There is one mod I added to the game that you guys might not like, but I had to. I added a no nudity mod. They don't have a nudity filter anywhere in the game, and so when nudity comes up, I don't want YouTube getting all like crazy on me, you know? So I added a mod that puts bra and panties on ladies. It's a bummer, but, you know... I like that. I'm not like, oh, I like that. I like that they're like, check this out. Yeah, for their opening shot. Check out what might be my dick. This game is going on about like 6 years old now. Looks fantastic. I mean, this looks so good.
You know I don't find that amusing.
So that's our hero, Geralt. He's a witcher, which is like a monster hunter. And that's his girlfriend, Yennefer. She's a sorceress. They're in downtime right now.
It wasn't meant to amuse, but to prod you to hurry. It's midday already. You promised Ciri you'd train with her. Go before Vesemir bores her to death with those etchings.
And right now, if you really pay close attention, Geralt has no beard, indicating this is a younger Geralt. So this is kind of like a flashback scene we're looking at right now.
So, later then.
See you later.
Hey, Patch Nuggets. Your name wasn't Patch Nuggets back then, though, was it? Because I don't remember that name. But yeah, I used to do a ton of 7 Days to Die, man. And I'll do it again. I'm probably going to do it again starting this month. But I've just been, like, personally obsessed with The Witcher. I love it. It's such a good game. Like I said, I added a no nudity mod so that YouTube doesn't freak out on me. So I think right there she's actually naked in the unmodded version. Just so you guys know what you're missing out on. I didn't add it because I'm a prude. I actually don't care. I mean, I love nudity. But, you know, I don't want YouTube being like, what? Only people over the age of 80 can look at this video. All right. So, yeah, we're at Kaer Morhen. Kaer Morhen is where this Witcher particularly trains. It's like his sanctuary where he falls back to.
Mountain Pass is beautiful.
And look at this. Yeah, look at this beautiful, beautiful game. Like I said, 6 years old. And that's all renderable distance. That isn't like a fake little projection. If I go downstairs and start walking, I can walk to those locations, you know, without any loading at all. Just a really, really nice engine. You know, the really cool thing about this engine is this is the red engine. So CDPR, they are CD Projekt Red, right? They made the first Witcher and Witcher 2, Witcher 3, and Cyberpunk, you know. When they made the first Witcher, they did what most companies do. They actually rented out an engine for their game. They rented it from BioWare. They rented their Aurora engine. It's the same engine that you'll see in Dragon Age 1. You'll see it in Mass Effect 1. It's a kind of a crude engine, and it's real fuzzy and foggy. Well, they rented it so that they can use it for making Witcher 1, and Witcher 1 didn't come out so good, and so they were like, as a small team back then, they were like, we need to get our own engine. So they actually built their own engine in-house. It's called the Red engine, and this is the Red engine. And it's like, dude, way to say I'm not renting your bullshit, I'm making mine from scratch. This is a great engine. Look at the lighting, the textures, you know, just everything that it can do all at once. I love it. I am so impressed with it. All right, so what you see here is I'm going into Witcher Sense mode. He hears and he sees things with his cat eyes and his cat ears. And so he sees that this object, for some reason, is like standing out to him. Yep, it wasn't. Glad you remembered. Haven't been watching since then. Life got in the way, but I'm trying to fix things. Also, glad to hear you've been playing 7 Days to Die soon. Yeah, I'll be playing again soon. I actually rented a server. I just need to set it up and start playing. I was going to start playing last week, but, so, you know, holiday shit came up. So I'll probably start, like, maybe next week, you know? But okay, here's the thing. I edit videos for another channel that does 2 videos a week. And it takes me typically about 2 days to do a video. So that's like 4 days out of my week right there that I'm just constantly sitting on my computer editing. So the other 3 are the ones that I have to play with. And so like when my 3 days kind of pop up, like I'm like, well, I could spend all day streaming, but I was just sitting in front of my computer for like several days in a row, and I ended up putting it off. And then my next week jumps on me again before I know it, you know? So that's kind of what's been going on with my streaming schedule lately, is that I've been editing videos for another channel. Now, I'm not allowed to say what channel this is. I explain this all the time because it's a channel that the owner of that channel does it on an anonymous basis. And so I'm not allowed to say I work there because that ruins the mystique of the anonymity. So, okay, so I'm working for a channel that I got to be like secretive about.
Gold clashes with...
And so it makes it hard for me to tell you guys, dude, I'm over at this one place. You know what I mean? But that's what I've been doing lately. And that's why my schedule drastically like just shifted one day, you know? All right, so these objects are just shit lying around the building that he finds interesting. What's going on with this?
Juice.
I know. You might bring me some more once you're done training.
Oh, okay. That's her carafe, and she likes, I think it's cranberry juice is her favorite drink. That's just a particular detail about her character. And then this is her perfume.
Lilac and gooseberries.
Lilac and gooseberries.
Geralt, stop fingering my toiletries.
Don't finger my toiletries. That's nice and dirty talk. All right. I got a key to go outside. How is my audio? I fucked around with it a bunch today. Is anything too loud? Anything too quiet? You know what I mean? Let's see. Any tips you can give for starting a streaming PC setup? Like maybe what budget I'm looking at? Looking to start streaming as well if I get the budget. So... if you're going to be playing on like an Xbox and using the PC to stream, you really don't need that strong of a PC. It just needs to be able to run OBS, and you can get yourself a nice quality picture out of it. Where most of your picture quality comes from is actually your internet. It's your upload speed, right? So like right now I'm using 9.5 megabytes upload speed to get the picture looking crisp like this. If I lowered it down to like 8 or 7, you'll start seeing pixelation and fuzziness. So first thing first is make sure that you have an internet connection that goes to an upload speed of about 10 megabytes, you know? If you can't get over 6 or so, then it's going to be like really hard to stream. As if you're going to be streaming on a PC rig and doing the gaming, then you're going to want to be spending like $1,000, $1,200. If you're just going to be using the computer to capture another game on like an Xbox or something, then you could pick up really all kinds of low-level rigs, and it will still do the job of running the OBS and getting your stream out. You know what I mean? Voice is a bit high, and in-game is a bit soft. Ooh, okay, hold on 1 second. Let me see if I can't fix that. There we go. Okay, I think that might be a little better. Okay, and let me go back. There we go. All right, so I left the in-game where it's at just because I decided to bring my voice down to see if I can get them closer together. You know what I mean? Hold on. Let's pull up the in-game audio just a little bit. Okay, there we go. Yeah, because, like, you know... Oh, hold on. I don't want to mess up this cutscene.
Old Witcher's fast asleep. Ciri's disappeared somewhere, of course. Guess she prefers practice to theory.
What?
Time to wake up, Master. These lessons so boring they put you to sleep too?
Damn it. After taking notes on ghouls and owl-ghouls, wanted to rest my eyes a bit.
That Algul looks like Homer Simpson.
That brick? No wonder she took off.
John of
That's the sweet spot. Cool, man. Thank you. Thank you.
Not like the hogwash they print nowadays. She's tackling the pendulums, right? How many times do I have to tell her? Don't train alone. It only embeds your errors. Bring a young damsel to the lower courtyard.
Have you been watching
Practice? She'll get to
The Witcher on Netflix at all? If you have, then they sort of have been shown. They showed a scene in this last season that is almost exactly this scene. I mean, not exactly, but like it's almost the same scene. All right, so she was supposed to be reading the book, and down there she's practicing, and that's his problem. Ciri is Geralt's like a foster daughter, we'll call her, and she is training to be a Witcher like them.
Gotta admit, we've spoiled her.
We've spoiled her. I've been saying it from the start. Ciri needs a firm hand.
Been saying that true. But you let her walk all over you just like the rest of us do.
Fine. I suppose I'm partly to blame. But this has to end. Now.
I like how the wind is insanely constantly blowing.
Ciri must understand that, if she's to become one of us. I'll see you below.
Like in most areas of this game, the wind is always blowing.
Wrong. Now I see why you were so eager to practice. Strike.
Dude, those animations are incredible.
You're not in a circus. Pirouette. Wrong. Footwork.
I know in Witcher 1, they did their own body capture for the sword stuff, but then when they made Witcher 2 and then 3, they hired like some like world-renowned like sword master to do the body capture work.
Take off the blindfold. You've got work to do. Your reflexes are still slow.
Maybe for a witcher.
Think drowners or striggers will go easy on you because you haven't undergone the mutations? Though in your shoes, I'd fear Vesemir more than any strigger. Disobeying his instructions? Unwise.
Well, yes, but that book was horribly dull.
I know.
She looks kind of weird. I know she's like a kid, but
I'm sorry.
she looks like she has an adult head that's just smaller, but then on like a pudgy body, you know? I guess that's what a kid is, but it doesn't look like a kid head. It looks like an adult head that has a couple kid features slapped on, like a pink nose, you know? Anyways, whatever. Apologies not enough. You were supposed to be doing your homework.
Sorry's not good enough. You're gonna read Ghouls and Owl-Ghouls in its entirety, appendices included.
No, please. I'd rather clean the stables.
End of discussion. Come on, we'll practice.
How'd your Christmas go, man?
Shall we run the walls?
Did you guys get anything good for Christmas? Anything cool? I will be skipping the tutorial because I have about 250 hours, 300 hours in this game. You know what I mean?
Not this time. Believe me, you don't want to keep Vesemir waiting.
Yeah, that's just a tutorial to show me how to like attack and stuff. I know how to do that. I'd rather just jump into the game. That's Esker and Lambert.
Anything to say for
They're also
yourself, young
Witchers.
lady?
I'm very sorry, Uncle Vesemir.
Young blood craves action, I understand that. But when you fight a beast, knowledge counts as much as your silver sword. At the very least, you ought to be able to tell a ghoul from an owl ghoul.
By markings, like unto the Panthera tigris that in Zeracania dwells, and by the sickly paleness of its visage.
So you did.
Yeah, she was paying attention.
Still, you should have asked.
Just refresh my computer navigating skills since I haven't
Uncle
touched
Vesemir.
PC in about 2 years. Oh, you bought Far Cry 6? Oh, nice. I haven't tried Far Cry 6 yet. I'll get around to it, but there's just so many games right now, you know? Not only there's so many games, there's so many free games. Like for the past 15 days, Epic Game Store has given away a free game every single day. This week until the 5th, they have the Tomb Raider trilogy for free. It's like, dude, there's just so many games. I don't know how people sell games anymore. I have like 400 games that I own, have never played, because they just give free games away on PC. If you just wait long enough and keep your eyes out, they give away so many free games on PC. It's amazing. If you look at my Epic Games Store library, it's like 100 titles long, and I bought like 2 of them. All right, won't weasel out of this.
Don't try to weasel your way out of this.
A witcher must know how to trick his opponent. You said so yourself.
Might have. But don't use my words of wisdom on Vesemir, got it? That's playing with fire.
Fine, we've talked enough. Geralt, you're with me, Lambert with Eskel, Ciri with the dummy.
Again?
Stop groaning and grab a sword. What do you think?
I like
We
this
start by
Kaer
reviewing the
Morhen
fundamentals
because
and go right to free training.
it's actually in the first game, and they recreated the map from the first game in this game and updated it. And it's really actually kind of cool looking. If you ever played the first game, the first game is crude, but kind of cool, but also really crude. And to see it updated to like this beauty, it's really kind of neat.
Let's skip straight to free training. No point going over the basics again.
Absolutely. God damn.
Whoa, you really showed him, kid.
Ciri, get down here.
A little she-devil. Soon as she's back, we'll set her to polishing all
I
the swords.
don't know why the audio in the cutscenes is always so much quieter than the rest of the game. Gaffa Haynes, what is up, my man? Good to see you, buddy. It's been a minute.
Ciri? I'll make sure to find every last blade for you.
I like this part. It reminds me of Empire Strikes Back. It reminds me of the cave in the swamp, if anybody knows what I'm talking about.
What the?
I like that. Dude, I love Witcher, man. I restarted it because I've done everything in it. Let me undo my belt. There we go. So it's a dream. He's having a dream, basically. You know, I mean, I hope I didn't ruin that. But yeah. That's why I said, remember he had no beard? I'm like, this is a younger Geralt. He has no beard. Yeah, dude, I love Witcher. It's so good. I recently replayed all of Witcher 1, and then I did about like 20 hours of Witcher 2, and I'm like, dude, I just want to play Witcher 3, and I just jumped back into this. And I rewatched season 2 and 1.
About?
Take forever to explain.
I gotta watch the cartoons.
Dawn's some way off. We've got time.
I dreamt of Kaer Morhen.
Started in the guest room at Kaer Morhen. I was relaxing in the tub, and next to me,
Triss?
Yennefer. Funny, isn't it? She's never been there. Seemed so real in my dream, though.
Was she nagging you about something? True to life, indeed. We'll find her.
We will. I'm not worried about that. Or then we train with Ciri. Like, if I choose this one, sometimes he'll talk about this, and then after he's done, give you the option to talk about this one too. And then sometimes this is literally a choice 1 or 2, and the dialogue will then branch from there. And it doesn't really matter this early in the game, these kinds of dialogue choices, but I like to hear as much as I can. You know what I mean? To be honest, I only know bits about it, but it's interesting to see it looking better. Oh, you talk about Witcher? It's so good. Then we trained with Ciri.
In the dream, I went and found Ciri. Then we trained.
Those were the days.
Look at those armors.
Little she-devil. I've trained kids who were faster, stronger, but none had her character.
I love the armor sets on
Didn't
these.
end well, did it? Your dream.
No. A wild hunt appeared, attacked Ciri. I couldn't move, stood there like a stump.
It was just a dream.
It's time to go.
Be dawning soon. Time to go.
Wait. Show me the letter from Yennefer. Might have overlooked some hint in there.
Didn't overlook anything. We were meant to meet in Willoughby.
Yeah, we're looking for Yennefer. Leather armor and chainmail. Yeah.
The village to the ground.
Yeah, that's what it
Do
is.
is follow her trail, so
Stop
I guess
talking for a minute and-
I guess studded also, if you look at his arm. You know?
How about that? It does smell of lilac and gooseberries.
And then padded underneath.
sniff it.
We must meet soon. Willoughby near Vizima. Nothing else to guide us there. What's this postscript? I still have the unicorn?
They did it on the back of a unicorn once. Oh, long time since I changed my name. Who were you? Oh, Sammy Bradley, welcome back. It's a combination of padded and studded, you know what I mean? Hold on. My stream just stopped on my tablet. Make sure it's just my tablet and not my actual stream itself. Oh, an ad loaded, of course. Yeah, it's all going out fine. My bad. All right. What was I saying? Oh, I don't remember. Oh, no, I remember you. I mean, I don't remember, like, everything about you. I just remember you hanging out in the chat. So I don't want to be like, dude, you remember my birthday, my middle name? All right, let's see. Yeah, Geralt and Yennefer did it on the back of a unicorn once, and so that's what her letter says, like, I still got the unicorn. Stuffed unicorn. We used it as a bed once.
Stuffed unicorn. Used it once or twice. Certain situations.
The things young folk get up to these days.
Back on topic. How's it look? How far behind Yennefer are we?
2 or 3 days. Trail's fresh. But it looks like it leads towards the main road. Could be muddled there. Wait,
This is what I mean. Like Geralt is kind of like Batman in that he's like this lone wolf, kind of a freak warrior that looks to help good and works in a way that the cops hate, almost like a vigilante. And most of his work actually comes down to detective work so that he can hunt down and figure out the weaknesses of the enemy and figure out what crime the enemy committed to figure out whether it's even a monster or not. So like when I say that Geralt is a lot like Batman, I mean it. He's a lot like Batman, and he's got his like, instead of like, you know, the Batarang and those tools, he has like his potions and his oils, you know, his bestiaries and stuff. So he is like Batman to me. Combat's pretty fun too. The combat's like Batman with the Arkham games where you kind of like hop around and attack in directions. Oh, I got tagged there. There we go. Adrenaline points. Strike opponents generates adrenaline points. Certain abilities you can acquire allow you to perform special attacks requiring consume adrenaline points. Your adrenaline points slowly decline as you are not caged in combat. You know, I never, ever, ever use my adrenaline points at all. That's those 3 red bars in the upper left over there. I never, ever use them. Just never.
Of course, when armies pass, necrophages follow. Let's go before any more show up.
All right, X to summon Roach. Geralt always names all of his horses Roach, and Roach is always a female. Geralt and it's calling themselves Temerian soldiers are hiding in the nearby woods. Cool. He always gets females because they're more manageable. He rides his horses into where there's a lot of like danger and stuff, so
couldn't stop talking about how useful they are as creatures.
so yeah, so he always names it Roach and he always gets a female. And this is not his first Roach.
No, because by eating rotting corpses they prevent epidemics.
Did he know they eat the living as well?
No. Really upset him too. His theory collapsed.
You know, I played this game for like 100 hours before I realized that all you have to do is hold on your PC the shift button, and he will gallop automatically, but he won't just gallop, he will actually follow the road and you don't need to steer at all. See, my right hand is free. Before I was actually using the mouse and the keys to like, you know, navigate manually, and it was fucking me up.
To restore the old borders as soon as he wins the war.
Believe that?
Gotta believe something. That's what keeps us going.
Look at all this sorrow going on. See this? There's a war going on. So right now we are in Temeria, which is falling to Nilfgaard. Nilfgaard is a very like tyrannical army. They're from the north, I believe, and they're just really like
Not so fast, Roach.
rigid, you know? They're like jerks.
We go.
And so we're in a land that's like suffering.
Help me! Help!
His voice is softer compared to the rest of the characters I've heard so far. Oh, whose voice? Uncle Vesemir. Oh, Geralt? Okay, yeah. He talks like this. I don't know why he talks that way, if it's like by choice or if he took damage to his vocal cords or what. But yeah, it's always like this.
Has it gone?
Yeah. Come out.
Oh, I love the look on this guy's face. It's just the general the way they shaped his head. He looks like Ringo Starr sort of to me.
Gods,
You
that
know?
was close. I was sure I'd end up like my mare.
Provided you got lucky.
Your horse died quickly, but griffins like to toy with their prey. Eat it, alive, piece by piece.
That haircut.
You'd like a reward, I suppose.
So, Witchers are generally broke. It is kind of hard to generate money, but I am not about to, like... No, you don't owe us anything. I'm not about to hit this guy up. He was in danger. He was about to die.
You don't owe us anything. You were in need. We helped.
And they call witches heartless. Say they won't lift a finger without pay.
They also say mice are born of rotting straw. Back to the
Mice
trail.
are born
Like
of
I
rotting
said,
straw.
Leads to the main road and ends there, muddled.
You seek someone?
Yeah, a woman. Yeah, I'm going to be honest with him because I just did a favor for him. So the dialogue trees in this game, they're really branched and they really do take into consideration whether you were kind to the person, rude to the person. Some people are just dicks, some people aren't. But this guy, his life was about to end and you saved his life and you totally didn't charge him for it either, which is what we do for a living. So, you know, it's nice to actually just be like, nah, it's cool. So yeah, I'm going to be honest with him.
Yes, a woman. Medium height, long black hair. Seen anyone like that?
No. But there's an inn here in White Orchard. Sole one around. Gets its share of travelers. Perhaps you'll learn something there? Besides, the innkeep's my cousin. Tell her Bram sent you. She'll treat you like family.
Not a bad idea. Especially since that wound needs cleaning.
Beast barely grazed me. But sure, could use a good rye. Nice and cool, you know, straight from a cellar.
Let's go.
So when I run this game and I turn on my little my little GPU monitor that tells me how much of the graphics the GPU is using at this moment, it'll use anywhere between like 40 and 70% of my graphics card because I got a strong graphics card. But the majority of what actually increases the load on my computer is his hair. Geralt's hair is so intensive. It's called Hairworks, and there's like 8 levels of it. When you turn it on and off, dude, it increases and decreases the load on my PC like 5 to 10 fold just by making his hair fancier. I got the space to do it, so it's fine, but but like it's at quite a sacrifice. When on the road, hold left shift without steering to automatically follow its path. See, that's the thing I didn't know for like 100 hours in the game.
Slow now. Whoa.
So I see a lot of like channels because Witcher has been popular this week doing like Witcher videos, which that's fine. But you can always tell the fakers, and I saw a real bad faker, a dude with 2.7 million subscribers, so plenty of subscribers, right? And he goes, I love the Witcher series, and this week on The Witcher, Geralt of Rivia. It's like, Geralt?
White Orchard. And
Who the fuck is Geralt? How you can pretend you love the Witcher series and you don't know how to say the main protagonist's name? Anyways, that was just an amusing moment for me. An amusing moment for me.
Come on now.
Hairfix is a secret final boss. It is. Able to eat frames and screw up the gameplay. Dude, it eats so many frames. I love how rich the image is in here. These colors.
What? Take that down before there's trouble.
That is a coat of arms, the Temerian lilies. They've a right to hang there.
This ain't Temeria no more, old man. It's Nilfgaard now.
Remember I was saying we're in Temeria and it's being invaded by Nilfgaard in a war right now. Nilfgaard just took over this area. The locals are having a hard time accepting it. There's a lot of like politics going on in this game. You don't need to know it, but it helps your appreciation of the way the characters are acting in the world.
What? Witches?
I'll not drink with Weaverlost freaks.
And people talk down to witchers in the world. Even though they can kill you in an instant.
Thugs.
No need. We're used to it.
I never understood why people choose to talk down to witchers. They can kill you so easy.
Now a griffin's prowling about.
Already had the pleasure. Ran into your kinsman, Bram.
Bram? How is he?
Alive. Sends his regards.
Master Witches. Food and drink on the house. What can I get you?
Options marked with so-and-so will open up shop panel. Will she really sell me anything on the house?
Show me what you got behind.
Oh, she gave me 4 roasted chicken pieces. Okay. So this is her shop. And, so I have 4 roasted chicken legs already. We will get so much free food by the end of the game that never, ever, ever buy food. In fact, the only stuff you're ever going to want to buy are these, right? Which I'm not buying any of them right now. And these. These are her Gwent cards. In the game, there is a mini game called Gwent, and it's a card game. And we're actually going to play it in a minute here because they make you play one in the beginning. And it is, at first it seems basic, but it is really fucking addicting and fun. I got so much into Gwent that by the end of the game, a lot of times I spend my time just running from town to town to town to town to town, looking for the various merchants that will play a game against you and just doing that over and over again. It's a fun little game. I like card games like Magic the Gathering. I like building a deck that's efficient, you know, and so it's a little side thing in this that I like getting into. It helps mold the world around it, not just the story and the setting, but also the interaction. Oh yeah, understand the politics of why they're acting that way. This game is there's a lot of politics going on because you have a bunch of nations all really tight next to each other. You got the Skellige Isles, you got Sintra, Temeria, Nilfgaard, White Orchard, the Isle of Toussaint. There's like a bunch of these, Duchy of Toussaint. There's a bunch of areas that are like different nations, and they're all in like such close proximity to each other that, and they all have like different like approaches to like the way the world should be run. Like the Nilfgaardians don't believe in certain types of, they believe everybody should fall under a certain like banner of religion, and the Redanians are against magic, and like certain people endorse magic, and then certain people hate the elves and certain people don't, and it's like, so the whole world is a lot of that going on. Ever tried FONV Caravan? I don't know what that is. FONV Fallout New Vegas? Is that what it is? Because I liked Fallout New Vegas. That was fun. That was fun. Oh, wait. I was going to buy as many of these cards as I can. What she got here? That is a decoy card. I will not get that now. I'll get that later. There's a catapult, a blue stripes, Crinfrid Reavers Dragon Hunters, and full test. Wow, a full test card. All right, I'm going to buy this catapult. I only have 200 coin here, so I really can't buy much. The Sinfred Reavers, that guy, and full test. I still got 110. How much is this? Oh, I'm just going to buy all the cards. Okay, that's great. I thought I wasn't going to be able to afford all the cards at once, but no, I'm buying all the cards at once. Oh, it's so weird having like no items. See, I just came off my other game save where I was at like, 250 hours. And so it's weird seeing my inventory so empty, you know? Hey, is there a contract on the Griffin?
There a contract on that Griffin?
You like my new mug?
Not at the moment. Used to be. Seeing as a beast had built a nest nearby, the alderman would start a collection, or go to the Lord for help. Now the aldermen don't use the privy without asking the Black One's permission first. And seems they hanged the Lord. So no contract.
Shame. We might have done something, but not for free.
Yeah, Fallout New Vegas was a lot of fun. I had a couple of issues with the lore in it. And what my issues were, so I'm just going to get them out of the way first, was I didn't like that the that the Caesar's men called themselves Kaiser and all that. I thought that was a little silly. And then I didn't like that when you got to Las Vegas Strip, the guys that talk like they were from Frank Sinatra, and it's like, no. But the things I did like about it was the interweaving stories about when you choose a faction and the quests that it will let you approach, and then that allows you to see different events from different points of view depending on which faction you chose, and then the replayability that offered by allowing to, you know, then again, I want to play it, the Caesar's Legion, then I want to play it with the Mr. fucking what's his face, you know, Mr. Boss, the computer guy, you know, like that. And so I did like it. So I liked some things about it, and then there were some things I didn't. The other thing I didn't like about it was I bought it when it first came out and there was no DLC yet. And if you bought it when it first came out without any DLC, you can tell the whole game was just made to plug DLC in because it's really empty without it. And so on day one, when you're paying like $60 and you're like, yeah, and you go in there, you're like, I wonder what's in this corner. And it's like, nothing. And it's like, I wonder what's in this corner. It's like, nothing. And then later on you realize, oh, that's going to be the entrance to this DLC. That's going to be the entrance to this other DLC. That was kind of disappointing in Fallout New Vegas because I loved the Fallout series when it came out. So I really did play like a lot of Fallout New Vegas. Yeah. So yeah, that's my experience with the Fallout games. I jumped on board with 3. I ended up loving 3 so much that I bought New Vegas like day one. And then I bought Fallout 4 also on day one. And there's some things I like about that more, and a lot of things I like about it less. But I don't know which one my favorite is, though. Anyways, let's jump back in. I'm looking for a woman. No, pretty busy place.
Pretty busy place you got.
Nations on the move. Some search for kin, others just want to get out of the way of the armies. They all need food, drink, and a night's rest in warmth.
So, war's been good for your trade?
Aye, so far. But it'd be best to know peace again. Times like these, you never know what tomorrow will bring.
I'm looking for a woman.
Looking for a woman. Raven-haired, violet eyes, dresses in black and white. Riding in from Willoughby. And, strange as it sounds, lilac and gooseberries might have smelled that.
I've not seen nor smelt such a lady. Believe I'd remember.
Especially hard to forget this one.
Plenty of travellers about, though. Folk from all over. Might be worth your while to ask after her.
I like how he's like, smells like lilac and gooseberries. Like the innkeeper's like, oh yeah, she's lovely. I remember her. All right. Thanks for everything.
Thanks for everything.
I like these camera angles they take to show us the room like that. That's kind of cool. I know it's not a big deal. They just feel real that way.
Help you bandage that up?
Please. I'm not decrepit yet.
Then I'll ask about Yennefer.
Mm-hmm. Just remember, we'd rather not draw any attention.
Black ones.
Lilac and gooseberries.
Let them measure. Better that than burning the harvest.
Drommel, you're dumber than a headless cockerel. Why are they marking out them lines, eh?
All right, let's talk to these guys.
And we seek some...
I got to keep in mind that I'm trying to not get any attention. Options marked with the, I think it's the Artie sign? I forget. It's one of his Witcher signs that it brainwashes you or it calms you. Options marked with this sign will make, it's the Axie sign. We'll make use of the Axie sign. This sign influences people's minds. It's like force will. It's like these aren't the droids you're looking for. It's basically what it is. Cause them to act according to your will. To charm more stubborn individuals who would otherwise resist during conversation, invest in the delusion ability on the character panel. I just want to talk. See, here's the thing. I'm trying to lay low. And these are common peasants. And common peasants don't like magic. And this game really does that. So I'm trying to just lay low.
Just want to talk.
You deaf, Stray? No one here'll talk to you.
If it's company you seek, stick that mangy snout of yours in a trough with the pigs.
Show that shit-eater, Micah.
Patience is running thin.
Running low on patience. Once it's gone, your heads will roll.
Oh, we was jesting. No call for anger.
See a raven-haired woman here, dressed in black and white?
We know nothing, sir. Leave us be.
Oh, wow. All right. How this game feels like a mix of Arkham and Skyrim. Yes. Even this... Oh, see that cat? See the cat? All cats recognize that witchers are mutated humans, and they're afraid of them. So every time you see me get near a cat, they will be afraid of Geralt. And if the cat isn't afraid of Geralt, then there's something suspicious about the cat.
For what?
Factions, teams, suits. Similar to clubs and spades, except each suit has its own face cards. There are also special cards.
Wouldn't you rather play war? It's like to be near dawn before you get your gaming.
So this is the guy that teaches you how to play Gwent.
The shall revolve around the sun before you comprehend these rules.
Got a minute?
Why not? Aldert Geert, assistant professor in contemporary history at Oxenfurt Academy.
Geralt of Rivia, Witcher with tenure.
With tenure.
For a woman, long hair, dressed in black and white.
They can't fire me.
Anyone like that?
Of course not. Unlike the populace, I know the horsewoman of war is pure poppycock.
The Horsewoman of War. I'm looking for Yennefer, and he's like, the Horsewoman of War? Fairy tales. It's like, okay, tell me about this fairy tale. I'm looking for her.
Horsewoman of War. What's that about?
Folks say an omen. A beautiful phantom rides the fields at night, looks as you described her. Armies follow her, and all who cross her path meet with misfortune.
I can vouch for the last bit. Know where they saw her?
No, facts interest me, not fairy tales.
All right. Has war made it to Novigrad yet? Novigrad is like the capital of this area. I think it's the biggest town in the world.
Yet?
Nope, but it's only a matter of time. Nilfgaard on one bank, Redania on the other, drooling over the city like dogs over a juicy bone.
Many a ruler's choked on that bone.
True. We value our liberty in Novigrad, and we know how to fight for it.
Mm-hmm. The scholars especially.
The sword is not the only weapon. Do not forget, architects from our academy designed the city walls. Walls no war machine has ever crumbled.
So Novigrad is the biggest city in the world, right? And both Nilfgaard is invading it, and Rodania is helping. We're in Temeria. Rodania is a neighboring country that has offered to push back Nilfgaard because Temeria cannot stop them. In fact, Temeria is basically already fallen. And so Rodania has promised that if they push Nilfgaard back, that after they do that, they would restore the borders to the original state. But nobody believes them because Rodania is actually a bunch of pricks also. So that's where everybody is right now. Hassan! Hey, y'all, how you doing? Happy New Year to you too, man. Happy New Year. Yeah, so Nilfgaard and Rodania are both really the ones at war in Temeria. Why are you here?
Not a place I'd ever expect to find a scholar. Take it you're fleeing the war?
Quite the opposite. Chasing it. I'm headed for the front.
Tired of life?
I seek knowledge, which I value
Tired of
more
life.
than life itself. I've a thirst no dusty old tomes can quench. I wish to see the Nilfgaardian invasion with my own eyes, understand it, and record it all in my chronicle, my magnum opus.
All right. Go back to your books while you can. Or write about the war, what it's really like. So I can either, like, tell him to, like, you know, like, just stay away from the war, you might die. Or I can tell him, dude, like, really show what it's like. I'm going to go with the first one. Go back to your books while you still can.
Take my advice.
Yeah.
Go back to your books while you can. War's no game. No faculty meetings to attend. No tenure to gain. End notes to compile. First soldier you see'll kill you.
Why would he do that? Me? A neutral civilian? A scholar?
Boots.
Come again.
Boots.
He'll kill you for your boots.
I love how dark that is. Why would you do that? Boots. He'll kill you for your boots.
Gotta go. So long.
A moment, Witcher. You strike me as a man of the world. Are you familiar with Gwent?
I am familiar with
I don't
Gwent.
have time to learn.
But the rules are quite simple. Come, let's play.
Hey, he has those studded knuckles on Geralt's armor too. I just noticed that. That's cool. All right, so yeah, see, it's got a little card right here that means he'll play Gwent with you.
Why not?
Splendid. Here's how it's done.
That made no sense. Oh, a soldier would kill him. He's like, why would he kill me? It's like, because you have nice boots. He's in the field. He would kill for a nice pair of shoes out there. Or maybe he could just steal them and sell them, you know? Yeah, I love that. All right, Gwent tutorial. I do not need a tutorial. No. So Gwent works kind of like war in a way. You and you, not even war. Actually, screw that. Back up. Okay. You and your teammate both get 10 cards, right? And you have 3 rows: close combat, ranged combat, long range combat, right? And each character has their strength, 5, 6, 8. It's a number representing like their health, right? And when you put them in a row, it equals up to your total strength. And then there are modifying cards, like things that will double entire rows, or things that will debuff. Like you can make all characters in like the front row reduced down to 1 strength, shit like that. So you're trying to take turn after turn to get a higher strength than your enemy, and you're trying to win best 2 out of 3 rounds. You don't ever draw new cards unless there is like, you know, a card or an ability in like your set that makes you draw one, which there are some that break the rule, but naturally you don't draw any new ones. You just have the 10. And so you need to kind of decide how invested you want to get into each round. And then also, of course, build a deck that is, build a deck, let me start from scratch. Build a deck that is nice and strong. So I'm going to undo the whole deck, and I'm just going to build it from scratch. So I got a strong deck here. Okay, so as you see, I need to put in 22 unit cards. That's, well, units. So we're going to start with the strong guy. So he's got a 5 health. He's got an 8 health. We're just going to go basic like that because I don't have a lot of cards right now. So I can't be building like really, really customized deck. In fact, when I'm done with this, there's probably only going to be maybe like 2 or 3 cards left over. But we're going to hit 22 the minimum. You want to do that with any card game, like to resist the temptation of just plugging in every card you own. I need 8 more still. The reason being, try to imagine that every single hand, you want to be able to pull every card choice that is really good. And so you don't want to water it down with a bunch of crap like, well, maybe I need this or maybe I need that or whatever. You just want to distill it down to just its best stuff. So like I'm only putting in the minimum number of unit cards, and I'm making all the unit cards their maximum strength, only leaving these guys out here, which I can give a shit about. I love his name, Poor Fucking Infantry. Isn't that a good name? And then besides that, that leaves some of these other modifiers, which these are cards meant to manipulate the combat itself. So like there's a decoy card here where if I put this out, I can take one of my my characters and bring it back to my hand. It's useful later in the game, but now it's not useful. Biting Frost, this one, it sets the strength of all close combat cards to 1 for both players. Since most of my characters are ranged and long ranged, you can see the little catapult and the little bow and arrow. That's a good card to actually double up on. Grab 2 of them. Besides that, I think I'm ready to go. This is my only leader I have. I like that one better. Okay, there we go. And with that, I think I should probably win this match, unless I'm just unlucky and get a bad draw, which that can happen, you know? Hold on really quick. My playback quality on this thing is shit and I can't see it. There we go. All right, so when you draw your first hand, you can redraw 2 cards, right? And they will always arrange the cards in ascending strength. So your weakest ones will be at the front, strongest ones at the end over here. These little signs that you see on it, they all mean something different. This one means that when I put it out, she will raise from the dead a creature in the graveyard and he will instantly go into play. This little card right here means that if I put in 2 characters that are identical that have that, then they will both join forces and double their strength. So he will go from a 5 and become a 10, and the other one will become a 10. So instead of 2 5s, there will actually be 2 10s equaling 20. You finished the series, dude? I was shocked about the end. Oh, the series was really good. You know, there's a lot of people that are angry about it who like, dude, this and this and this, like, who are mad because they say it was like different than the book or whatever. It's like, dude, I loved it. I loved it. I thought it was so cool. I liked how they... Oh, Siegfried. Awesome. We're on the same side, Witcher. You'll realize that one day. I like how much they expanded on Ciri, on who she is. I understand now how her abilities can bring her to destroy the whole world. Like in this game, they always say it'll happen, but I had a hard time like picturing how. But when the series showed like the obelisks, was, I'm not sure if that's an invention of the series, but then also the ability for her blood to create the blue flowers to grow, which is necessary for making the Witcher potions, which that mutation ability can be useful for mutating all kinds of things. It's like, yeah, I can see where she could be the key, you know? Oh yeah, dude, series 3 is definitely coming. I liked it a whole lot. And you know, this is a good hand of cards to go with. Hold on, let's redraw her. Ah, my other Biting Frost. Okay, so I got 2 Biting Frost and then these cards. So now you take turn after turn. So he put out a 2, and if you look over here, he's got a total strength of 2, and I got a total strength of 0. Now, you don't want to just overwhelm him. You want to sort of lure him out, right? But then... if I like put all my big cards out, he will just fight back hard. But if I put out little cards, sometimes he'll give up really quick, you know? So let's start off with this guy, because he's weak. I'm trying to go with the little guys at first. And I'm going to save these 2 guys for my last round. Because they have those little handshakes. So when I put them both out, they both become 8 instead of 4. So it becomes worth 16 points instead of just 8. Really handy. And see, I've got 5, he's got 6. And I've got 8 cards, and he's got 7 cards. And then if I win the first round, I believe I draw a card going into the next round. I'm not sure. All right, let's put this dude out. Ooh, he put out a big fat catapult up here. Let's go and use my... No, let's not use that yet. I wanted to use the Biting Frost, but I also don't. Because it's only going to knock off like 2 points of his total. Let's use... No, not the Siegfried. Yeah, the Siegfried. One, two, three, four, 1, 2. Damn it. See, here's the problem. If I play my Biting Wind here, it will knock all these guys down to 1, and I'll lose 4 points, and he'll lose 4 points. So we'll both be at 11 instead. I have an ability which can clear up the weather too. So if I play it, I might be able to force him to start tossing enemies out here, and then clear up the weather, and we'll still be in the same boat. Fudge. Fudge buckets. I might as well play it. No, I might as well not play it. All right, we'll play this. We'll play her. And here's the thing, I'm also running out of cards for the next rounds. Son of a fuck. I know I said I'm saving him. She raises an enemy from the dead. So when this round is over... Ugh. Dick. Fine, you win that round. I'm going to concede. What do I think about new 7 Days Alpha 20? I played it, but I haven't played it enough to see any of the new stuff. You know, like I heard that there's like a sewer in it, and I haven't even seen the sewer because I haven't played it far enough, you know? All right, I'm about to win this round. Check this out. Check this out, yo. Oh. Oh, yeah. Eat it. Oh, you think you're going to win with that? Now check this. This is going to be sweet. I'm going to put out this 5, and that puts me to 9, but oh. Now I get to look through my little graveyard here and put any of these out. And this guy has the handshake, and he's the same type, so if I put him out, they both jump up to 8 each, and that turns into a 16, and that puts me at 21, well over his little 6. Now, this last round, I have no creatures, so unless he has creatures also, if he has one creature, he wins. Oh! All right, so it looks like the best I can do is we'll tie. Yeah, it's best I can do is we can tie. I've never had a full tie like, wait, I lose, but we both have 1 point. How does that even make any sense? Fuck you, game.
Well, it's not a game for everyone. Requires an analytical mind.
You called me
If you
stupid.
find yourself in Oxenfurt and wish to play a true master, ask for Stepan. A simple innkeep by trade, but a true maestro when it comes to Gwent.
I'll remember that. Thanks.
All right, so that's Gwent, though. You can see where there's like a strategy there, even though it seems simple at first. It seems like you're just trying to, like, you know, get the higher number. But there's a lot going on there. I need better cards to get further than I am. Gontero Dim. Any longtime viewers of the series? Shh. I mean, of Witcher? Shh. All right, let's go talk to Gaunter. He's a neat guy.
Looking for a woman.
Like everyone.
Not like everyone. And not just any woman. Mine smells of lilac and gooseberries, dresses in black and white.
2 schnapsies. It'll lift your spirits.
Yeah. I'll have a drink with you.
Fine, I'll have a drink. Can we cut to the chase? You seen her or not?
Yennefer of Vengerberg.
Never mentioned her name.
Yet you described her perfectly. And once I hear something, I never forget. Can't help it.
I like this guy. I don't want to ruin it. I don't want to. This guy is so neat. How do you know Yen? Who might you be? Who might you be?
What do you do? Who are you?
A mangy vagrant. Gaunter O'Dean, at your service.
Vagrant. That a profession now?
Once a merchant of mirrors. The madding crowd dubbed me Master Mirror, or the Man of Glass.
Those are cool nicknames. Master Mirror or the Man of Glass. Doesn't smell like anyone. The new POIs are great. Yeah, dude, I heard the sewer is really cool. I want to check it out.
How do you know Yennefer?
What a question. Master Dandelion's ballads, of course. The only way a humble merchant might hope to rub up against greatness. Unless, that is, he's as lucky as I am.
And runs into a very patient witcher.
It's a Geralt of Rivia himself. The Butcher of Blaviken.
This guy knows a lot about me and stuff. So he called him Dandelion, if you caught that. Dandelion is Jaskier. It's translated from Polish. and his actual name in Polish translates more roughly to Buttercup. So all three names work, because Jaskier is the name in the show, but in the books and the game, he's Dandelion or Buttercup, depending on how the translation goes, you know? They nailed the voice of the Witcher in this game. I know. They've been using the same voice guy for Witcher 1, 2, and 3. So I think when Henry Cavill approached the project, because he's a gaming fan, he probably played these games. He's like, I'm just going to talk like him in the game. You know who I am?
Recognize me from Master Dandelion's ballads too?
To your health.
Ah! He just dodged that question. That's great. I love how shady this guy is.
You seen Yennefer?
Deepest apologies, but I must ask. Is this about love?
I'm going to be honest with him.
Guessed it. It's love.
I knew it at once.
What do you know? Tell me.
Before you appeared, it never occurred to me that might have been Yennefer. Who would have thought?
Get to the point.
An Nilfgaardian scout from the local garrison saw her.
Where?
At their camp. She rode in there. Dark of night. Black and white. Gooseberries and... Yes, I know. Had a terse exchange with the garrison commander and raced off.
Where to?
I'm not omniscient. Ask at the garrison.
Thanks.
We men of the road must stick together. Perhaps one day I'll be in trouble and you'll be nearby to help.
And he's gone. And like that, he's gone. Isn't that cool, man? I like Gaunter. He's a trip, man. Oh, by the way, what is going on in Discord? Scum and people are angry about it? What do you mean what's going on in Discord? I don't know. Oh, the scam thing where like where I got my Discord hacked and I sent out a bunch of messages to people and people were like, dude, what the fuck? Is that what you're talking about? Because earlier today, around like maybe like 1 o'clock or noon or something like that, my Discord got hacked and it sent out like 20 like spam messages to people saying, oh, you're invited to Discord natural bullshit. And so I had to like delete them all really quick. So like a couple people were like, what the fuck? Is that what you're talking about?
Done drinking?
Yeah, that's what it is, man.
Then fuck off.
Oh, look at these. These guys hate Witchers.
Don't want your kind here.
I like her look back there. 3 against 1. My, you're brave. I won't stay long. Back off. I brainwashed him really quick. I'm going to try the pacifist way, but without using my magic, because the magic really freaks out the villagers.
Wouldn't want to stay long anyway.
Maybe not. And maybe you'll just stay forever.
6 feet under.
Oh, I get it. Hey, fuck you. Punch me.
Your ass is
Fuck you.
Nice meeting you.
Can I rob them? No, I can't even rob them. That's a shame. I should be allowed to rob them. Game saves. Your game will save automatically. I know. So these... Freak. These are your basic town. I love how much the NPCs will like chat with you or to just kind of talk as you go by. There's a lot of... See? It's a lot of like just color that makes the world feel like really real.
It's Durban now. D-E-R-V-A-N. Not Goidemar.
But, what do you mean? I know what they named you at your cutting. What kind of name is that anyway?
At your cutting.
Nilfgaardian. My gran was from Nazaire.
Oh, so that's how it is. Then by my leave, Master Durban, May the gold sun guide you far away from my land.
Okay, so that's kind of neat. His name was Durbin, but he wants to be called something else. And he's like, why? He's like, because my grandmother's Nilfgaardian. Nilfgaard just invaded this town. So what we're actually seeing is a local who has given up his heritage to try to adopt the invading country so he can be in their favor. And that's his friend who's a local being like, oh, so you're one of the new guys, are you? All right, well, then let me get you in your way, you fucking fancy new fancy pants. Objective, lay low. Yeah, that is a lot of what I'm trying to do in the game, you know what I mean? Oh, I know how to equip stuff. Stop it. Let me out of this. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. I know. I get it. I know all about the potions tabs. Let me out of this. But I don't want a potion in the consumable slot. I'm going to accidentally use it. There we go. Thank you.
It's raining, it's pouring, and Vermeer's snoring. He bumped his head when he went to bed and wet himself in the morning.
What was that?
What did you say?
I just heard a...
Hassan Abdullah tipped $50. New Year
gift. Fuck yeah, Hassan, dude, that's super nice of you, man. Hassan Abdullah tipped $50. It's been a long time since I've gotten a tip. I haven't streamed it forever, and you know what? It feels good, dude. That's really nice of you, man. Thank you. I'm going to take that money, and I'm going to... I don't know what I'll spend it on. I'll spend it on, like, some nice drinks or something, man. Thank you very much. Happy New Year to you, too. Oh. I love these animations. Look at this kid walking.
I see you with him again, and you'll regret it.
There's a Nilfgaard soldiers. See, these are the enemy invading forces who are now patrolling this town. So there's a lot of, like I said, politic going on in this game. And here's, every town has a notice board, which is how you find your next Witcher contracts. But then also there'll be messages that are just here just to make the world feel more like a world, you know? And I like these messages. They're funny. So I'm going to read a couple. This Thursday, all peasants living nearby are invited to come listen to Captain Peter Sar Gwynlev speak on the subject of laws soon to be introduced in these lands by writ of our most gracious sovereign, Emir van Emrys. Attendance is not obligatory, but every resident of White Orchard should partake of this opportunity to learn what rights they will enjoy and duties they will have under the new order. This is the new Nilfgaards being like, there's a town meeting. We'll tell you the rules. Good folk, you no longer live in a barbarous land where every man does as he sees fit. You are now part of the great empire of Nilfgaard. Nilfgaardian law now protects you, yet it also ascribes you new obligations. Imperial forces have brought you to the torch of enlightenment. Grab hold of it, and your dark age shall soon give way to a bright new era. Isn't that, like, scary? Like, it's a scary way to learn that, like I've never... Because I live in America, right? And so our whole life we're raised to think that it'll always be like this. So we've never considered what it would actually be like to be under the rule of a new country. But I imagine it might be that weird that one day you get a letter in the mail being like, welcome to the United States of evil. You're now a part of our country, so you'll do as we say with a smile. All right, next message. Imperial Edict, 18 out of 45. That's a lot of Imperial Edicts. Let it hereby be known that by his order, His Imperial Majesty's High Command, all able-bodied men of White Orchard must present themselves at the village inn equipped with a shovel, hoe, or pickaxe of their own provision. The fields near the village are littered with corpses, and given the warm spring we are currently experiencing, the High Command fears the rotting bodies might bring contagion to the village. Let this stand as proof to the residents of White Orchard that their new rulers care for their safety and shall defend them not only from bandits, but also from disease, by introducing measures which have been long standard in the civilized world. There's that, like, dig where the locals are barbarians, you know? You can see it in the way they talk to them, the way they act, how Nilfgaard are kind of like dicks. Any man refusing to comply with this order will be flogged and put in the stocks. Signed, Captain Peter Sar Gwenleaf. Like, it's a good order. It will help the people, but there's always that element of talking down to the locals, you know? Death to the invaders! There's obviously a local. Hark, fair folk of the north. If you've a yearning for freedom, if you're prepared to take up arms to defend the motherland, head to the woods. We grow stronger by the day, and we'll soon show the Nilfgaardian vermin that the Temeria nation will not bear its yoke without a fight. If your heart bleeds blue and golden lilies, You'll sooner die for your country than live as a slave to foreigners. Let us swear by our fathers who fell to the beasts at Sodden, by the souls of the dead buried at Brenna. To arms! That's cool. I like that. That makes sense, though. I love this kind of shit in games. I love this kind of shit. This world building stuff, you know? Wanted deserter. Last night a soldier fled from the army camp under cover of darkness. The wanted man, a recruit who recently volunteered to join his Imperial Majesty's service, goes by the name of Odrin. He claimed to be a Kidwani by birth, but said King Henselt misrule had convinced him to join the Imperial Army. He was part of said institution for a mere 2 days, but managed to eat and drink enough in that time for an entire regiment of dragoons. Anyone with information about this deserter's present location is report to the garrison at once. Description, modest stature. Oh, he's kind of fat. Oh, wiry. Wait, so he's tall and skinny? With thinning hair, he fled in his undergarments by squeezing out through the latrine's drainage system. Aww. And probably reeks like an old boar. Characteristic marks he can easily be recognized by his voice, which has the telltale rasp of a hardened alcoholic. Anyone found providing shelter or sustenance to this deserter will be subject to a summary court-martial. This guy was so desperate to get out of the army that when he was in the bathroom, he got out of his armor so he can squeeze through the pipes of the toilet's drainage system, of the sewer. He squeezed out the sewer pipes of the toilet. Yuck. He really didn't want to be in the goddamn army, though. So this one is an actual contract. This is one I actually have to pay attention to, because it has this little red seal on it, so that indicates this is an actual contract offer and not just a mission. This one might be one too, because of that seal. I'm not sure, but let's do this first. Brother missing. Bastian, my brother, went off to fight the Black Ones. That's Nilfgaard. They wear black armor. That's why they're called that. I don't want you to think that he's being racist. They wear black armor. I have reason to think he stood in the great battle nearby. He's not returned to this day. Like many others you'll say, and you'll be in the right, but if he fell, and I know it's like he did, I'd give him up to the ground the least. Like our fathers have done always, I'd bury him neath the barrow where our parents lie, not leave his corpse to be ate by the corpses prowling the battleground. So he's like, if my brother died, please find him. I just want to bury him. I don't want him to be eaten by zombies and shit. Because there's things that are like zombies in this world. So I seek a man brave, able with a sword, and willing to venture out with me to find Bastian. I won't pay much, for I've not much to give, but I'm not stingy with gratitude and sure to show it aplenty. Any man willing to help, look for a raised hut along the road to White Orchard, just near the bridge. I've made camp there. Dune Villeneuve. Yeah, I'll help him. Of course, I don't need a lot of money. In fact, I'll do all these missions in this game for not even a lot of money, because you end up finding enough loot and stuff to make the money, and it feels good to help the characters in this game. So, another contract. Devil by the Well. Good folk. I know there's a war on, and every man's got trouble enough on his own, but perhaps there's one of you who could help a father in need. You all surely know the well in the ruined village, and the devil that guards it with a jealous fury. And if you don't know, well, come ask, and I'll tell you all about it. Whoever drives that monster away from the well will get a fat purse full of gold. Just don't tarry, for it's an urgent matter. Odolan, I think that's how you say that name. Odolan. So by doing that, right, I go into my journal over here, and I've now picked up secondary quests. There's Witcher Contract, the Devil by the Well here. And I picked up Missing in Action. That's Find Dune Valdenvert. That's one guy looking for his brother. And this guy, this is a Monster by the Well. So reading those, it's good for that. You end up with missions, which obviously give you stuff to do and give you rewards to be had after you do said things. So yeah. Let's do Missing in Action. Oh wait, there's a local mission too. Hold on, we're not gonna do that yet. Because there's this guy right here.
Years of work up in smoke.
I never caught that before. Did you hear that? Years of work up in... What the fuck am I to do, eh? What? Well, look at his house. Do you see what's going on here? Do you see this?
50 years of work up in smoke.
His fucking... His building burnt. The music is so good in this game. I love it.
Oh, got a wee bit chilly the night, so I set fire to my forge. Got it nice and roaring. Roasted some wieners. What do do you think happened, dimwit? Some bugger set alight me workshop. I've lost everything. Everything!
Roasted some meanness. Don't insult me, or I'm sorry. I'm gonna cut him a break. I'm sorry.
Sorry. Any suspects?
Whole damned village. Lived here half a century. Thought they saw me as one of their own. But everything changed when the Black Ones came. Only Smith around, so I got to service their garrison. Bang dents out of plate, shoe horses. That sort of thing. Nilfgaardians don't pay me a bloody copper. Just give me supplies and orders. But humans can't fathom that. They think I'm getting rich off their misfortune. That I sleep on a pile of gold like a...
There's a lot of racism in this game.
Spit when I pass. And now this.
The dwarf lives in this town, and this town has been taken over by Nilfgaard, and the Nilfgaardian army comes in and orders him to make them weapons and armor, and they barely pay him shit for it because they're an invading army, and he can't say no because they're an invading army. But since he's a dwarf, and this is mostly a human town, most humans in this game are very racist against non-humans, and so now somebody burnt down his goddamn place, and he knows it's one of them, and he's mad, you know? Burn the village. I know, huh? Good luck rebuilding. I can find your arsonist for a price.
I can find your arsonist, provided you're willing to pay.
I've not much left, but I'll give you all if you bring me that horse in.
I don't need all.
He gets what he deserves.
Give me half.
The night of the fire, I heard movement outside my hut. Went out to see if I could find any tracks, but found nothing. But then I haven't got cat eyes, have I? Good luck.
All right. Yeah, so I've got Witcher Senses, which Twisted Fire started. Do you see the name of the mission?
Sits in the old oak tree, brewing cider with devilish glee.
Oh, hold on. Let me put the mission on. Twisted Fire starter. So we're going to look behind this building over here using my cat senses. He said he heard someone outside his window, so here's his window. If it's yellow, it's just something I can pick up, but if it's red, like over there, then that's an actual clue. If this was like the Batman Arkham series, it's like the same thing as his like bat vision, you know?
Here, tossed it on the roof, then fled through the orchard.
What a dick. He lifted the torch and just tossed it on the roof. While he was sleeping, too.
A man's. Large.
And so, yeah, so this is like a little bit of the investigation phase of how some missions go. Of course, this is not how all missions go. But there's usually like a area where you're kind of like following stuff like this. A bottle.
Stinks of piss and vodka.
So Geralt as a Witcher, it's not just like a job that they just take. When they're babies, actually not when they're babies, when they're very young children, like 6 or something, when they're very young, they're taken and they're brought to the Witcher school and they're given these potions and they're set out in the wild. And the potions kill, I want to say it was only 3 out of 10 of them that survive. So it kills 70% of them. But if they do survive, then they get these mutations that give them like the cat eyes and increased smelling, increased hearing, and increased reflexes. And that's what makes them suited to become Witchers. And so imagine if like the Jedi, when they took kids to become Jedis, 7 out of 10 of them died in the process. So it's a really like dark thing, but that's how he can see this shit is with his Witcher cat eyes. That's how he can smell the piss and smell the bottle, you know? And so, that's kind of what you see him doing here. Look at that cow.
I think those plums are wreaking havoc on my gut.
Think those plums wreaking havoc on me gut. All right, so you can see. Hold on, I want to get this really quick since we're here. A fishing rod, fishing net, that's just junk. And then 6 orns, which is it's one of the cash types in this game. There's a couple of cash types in this game.
Took off his boots and went in the water. Probably wanted to cover his trail.
razor.
All right, so he took off his boots, went in the water. So what I need to do is kind of walk around and look to see if his trail picks up anywhere. So we're going to cross the shores, then we're going to cross the bridge too. And you know, he picks up around here somewhere. There's no way he just disappeared on us. Aha, over there. See that? I added a mod that lets me jump in the water. You normally can't jump in the water. I added a whole mod just for that.
Make soup out of something. But Tosley said he'd not give his dog this week.
Lost his boots in the rush. Something jumped out of the rushes. Drowners. But he managed to escape.
Drowners are drowned corpses that have been come back to life. So they're like little water zombies. Yeah, that guy didn't go too far. He ran away from the village and then went around and then came back because he lives in town. You know what I mean? He just needed to get far enough away to cover his tracks.
Back to the village.
But he didn't expect like a witcher to show up in this out of nowhere town, you know? That's the guy we saved. Remember the guy we saved in the very beginning? That's the merchant. He set up shop here. We'll talk to him a little later.
Bleeding, but not badly. Surface wound.
Started poking him, asking. When he started twisting and squirming, so wham bam, they knocked his head off.
Heard of the Fryhead
Except it
Brigade?
was some drowner
You're
that
kind,
sapped
sir.
on the king.
Not
Jack,
you.
had nothing to do with it.
Don't touch
What
me.
did the folk do? Ain't like they could have sewed his head back on. Word is, they laid his corpse to rest. Hush hush in a crypt.
Wow, did you hear what they're talking about?
I think those plums are
They killed a witcher, I think, is what they're talking about, and laid his body in a crypt nearby. I don't know if that's true or not. Oh, look, I think we found our culprit. You think we found our culprit?
Trail ends here, but I'll recognize him by his wounds.
I'll also take all the shit in his house. You know what I mean? Why you get free food and stuff, so don't ever buy food. It's everywhere. I haven't used any yet, and you see how much I just picked up. You don't need to use food for food's sake. You need it for health regeneration purposes, so... Oh, look, your hand's all red.
It's gotta be him. Nasty wound. Run into a drowner.
What the fuck do you care?
Hey.
Whoa. Our arsonist's a charmer, too. Come on. Smith wants to talk to you.
I not talk to a non-human. Sons of bitches all, and dwarves are the worst. Greedy little magpies. Do anything for gold, they will. They forge the blades the black ones put to our throats. Am I not right? Listen, we can work this out, man to man. I give you gold, you don't turn me in. My mum died a while back and I sold her tools. I've spent some, but what's left is yours.
And he sold her tools. Like, A, fuck you for trying to bribe me. You know what I mean? And then B, what you did was awful. You burned down a craftsman's home in the middle of the night while he was sleeping because he's being taken advantage of by an army. It's not his fault, you know? And then afterwards tries to bribe me with money that he got for selling his mother's tools. It's like, you shouldn't sell stuff from like... his mother passed on, so you shouldn't sell like that kind of stuff. But then especially things like tools, like that represents like so much, you know, like it's like so much wrong with doing that, you know. So other races live in human settlements in Witcher. Yes and no. There are certain towns where different rulers hate non-human races, but yes, the elves live in certain towns. There's all kinds of races. There's godlings. There's, you know, you'll find rock trolls living near certain towns because some of them are actually like not that violent. There's doppelgangers, dwarves, of course, elves and dwarves, you know. But yeah, there's a bunch of races out there. Yeah, I'm not letting you go. You're coming with me.
Magpies and dwarves might be greedy, but I'm not. Can't buy me.
And I'll beat your fucking mug to a pulp.
Hold on, I gotta fight. Oh, actually, let me calm him.
Calm down. Now follow me.
Okay. Come on. You're coming with me.
I gotta apologize.
Yeah, you're gonna come to apologize. You can come.
For trouble.
Hey, come on. God, he walks slow. I wonder if I just run over to the merchant, if it'll just like kind of like click him over there. Miss hanging with you guys. Oh yeah, how is Turbovic? I don't talk to Turbovic as much as I used to, just because of my scheduling that I've been into. But yeah, dude, when we're gonna be doing some some 7 days, I got too busy this last month with like the other channel and then also holidays that I just couldn't start it. But we'll be starting it probably like this next week or the week after, and you can come hang out with us then, man. Absolutely, son. Oh, hold on.
What?
I didn't know he can undo his Witcher sign.
Here you go. One village pyromaniac in the flesh.
Nap? You? I knew your mum for years. Charged her nary a copper. This is how you repay me. I've had enough. Hey, soldier. A minute of your time, please.
No! Willis, I beg you. I was drunk. Didn't know what I was doing.
I've told you, Master Willis. We will help you rebuild once reinforcements come. The supplies have been ordered.
Not what this is about, mate. This here's the arsonist. A witcher found him.
The forge was important to the garrison. Destroying it was sabotage. No trial needed here. Just a tree.
That's fucked up. I love the way he said that, though. No trial needed here. Just a tree. The villagers will really love you now.
Villagers will really love you now.
No, I don't give a flying fuck about them. You know, I hated the Black Ones at first, like everybody else did. Now I'm thinking they might just bring order to this place. Teach these layabouts some manners. But enough about that. Your reward.
I don't agree with the idea that fascism worked for him, but still.
Anvil's still whole, so I'm sure I can bang something out on it. You need anything, let me know. Give you a good price.
All right. So, local merchant in town did a mission where we found out who burnt out in this thing. Local Jerkus. We turned him in. The guards took him away, and they hung him. I bet you, honestly, with the way that this game works, I bet you if we go down the road, because there are some corpses hanging, that we'll find that dude hanging. In fact, let's go look really quick, because it's not very far.
Is this the road to Vizima?
To your grave, more like. Have you not heard about the griffin?
There you are, Roach. Hold on. We're going to go look to see...
Go.
If this guy got hung or not. He had a green shirt on with a cast on his arm. Just looking around. I could have swore there were gallows just right over here, but I might be remembering the wrong place, you know?
Hey there.
Okay, I think I'm remembering the wrong place. I don't want to get too far out of whack.
That's it, Roach.
All right, let's get back to another mission. Hey, Tanny, how you doing? Good to see you. Good to see you. So the other missions we have are Missing in Action. That is Find Dune Vildenvert. And then Contract Devil by the Will. That's actually a level 2 mission, and I'm only level 1. So we're going to do this one since this is level 1. Because you kind of want to do the secondary missions before you do the main missions, because the main missions are worth so much experience that they will vault you up in levels that you end up not wanting to do the secondaries because the rewards for the secondaries start becoming reduced. But if you do it this way, then it kind of scales everything up at the right pacing. Because I did it when I played this the first time, I focused on the main mission so much that by the time I got done, I had like hundreds of secondary quests that were giving you like level 10 swords when I'm like level 50 and stuff, you know? been a while since I caught you live. It's always in the middle of the night. I know. Well, I don't know. I just kind of felt like streaming today, you know?
Whoa there, Roach.
I haven't in a while, and I had some time available. Oh, oh, oh. I love his helmet.
Ah!
You'll be fine. No, you'll be fine.
Not so fast, Roach.
All right, so where is this dude? Stop with the directions. I understand the way the map works. Thank you. There we go. Over here in the ransacked village. Let's go look for him.
That's it, Roach.
That guy spits like down with the sickness. Did you hear that? He's like, oh.
Move.
Hey! Oh, it's going well. How about yourself?
Hey, yeah.
Is that Excidio? How do I say your name?
Giddy up.
It's interesting. All right, let's move it. Come on, Geralt. Get on down the road. Oh, there's goddamn chickens in the road. Man, this game is beautiful. I mean, I know we're in like a kind of a dreary area right now, but look at all the lighting and shadows and terrain and just everything going on. I'm just constantly in love with the visuals of this game. Am I making a right? Yeah, we're making a right. You know, I could have fast traveled there. I didn't realize I had so many fast travel locations already lit up on my map. But we'll walk there instead. I'll take the horse. It's more exciting. I can use my Witcher senses. You can hear animals out there in the world. That gives you a good warning if you're like about to walk into danger, you know? I like this area too. It means doom. Oh, Nick, what up? Okay. Let's just cut across this. I hate how every time I go into the map, it keeps showing me another tutorial piece. Oh, shit.
Not so fast, Roach.
I'm glad I didn't just go like jumping off that edge with my horse, you know? You hear that? Those are drowners down there.
We'll look for Bastion later once it's safe.
Slow now.
What is going on here? Let's give a quick save. There we go. All right.
Do that
What up?
often?
What up, dude?
Your dog.
It's my brother's, Bastion's, but guess he's mine now. See, Bastion fought the Black Ones in a battle just outside the village. Haven't had word of him since. I told him, do like I did, lose a finger or two so they won't recruit you. Too damn afeard he was.
Oh, you got a gaming chair? Yeah, man. You know, so many of them really are not very good chairs. They just sell you on like the colors and the shape of them all. You still need to end up getting like a cushion thing. So whenever I get a chair, I didn't buy this chair. This chair was actually here when I moved in. So that's the only reason that I have a chair like this. But when I get one, honestly, I go for comfort first. I start looking at reading the reviews to see what people think of them. And a lot of times I end up just settling on like, you know, that standard $100 Staples office chair, the black one with this little, you know, the simple black one. That's a solid chair, you know? Trust me, Nick, cheap price chairs are way better than expensive ones. Yeah, you can get some really good ones for good deals at places for $50, $80 and stuff. Whereas like the gamings, they seem awesome looking, but then you find out they don't give proper back support and they hurt your ass sometimes. Okay, so walked the battlefield. Have you walked the battlefield?
I'd walk the battlefield if I were you.
I did. Sea of corpses. And corpsers feeding. Someone told me they were feared of fire, so I took a torch, tried to chase them off. Horse shite, I tell you. Would have ended up eaten alive if it weren't for Hussar here. Listen, guessing you carry those swords for more than show. Come with me, keep the ghouls off. Help me find Bastion and I'll pay you well.
Yeah, man, of course. That's a good mission.
Fine, I'll help you. Just been a few days since the battle. Chances we find your brother alive are slim. Very slim.
I would have thought, but I want to find his body at least. So Bastion don't rot there in the sun with the black ones.
Yeah.
Meet me on the hill overlooking the battlefield. We'll move on together from there.
Okay. So these people are screaming because they're reacting to these monsters down here. And I kind of want to go deal with it, but I need to go down there and get back up. And see this heavy ledge here? Looks like a pain in the ass. Yeah, we'll deal with them later. Oh, look, bodies. Well, those are not that guy. Remember that guy had a green shirt with like a what's it called? Like a wound on one hand. Wrong franchise. Yeah. I know I can take my horse. I just felt like walking on foot for a minute here. All right, so I know it looks cool, but I always thought it was silly when they do this in movies. It's like you know the skeleton would just fall apart. Like I don't know why it would be stuck together to the head still. You know what I mean? All right, where are we going? Let's get our horse now. Let's get out of this glum area. All right, and how far are we going? That's a decent distance. This is right between us two. I don't want to bump into that. It might be a very powerful enemy for all I know. Ah, it's just wolves.
Hey there. Come on, Roach.
How strong are they? Are you level 1s? Oh, I do not have a bomb for the monster nest. Okay. So that's a monster nest, right? Which they're fun to fight, but after you defeat the monster nest, you take a bomb and you put it in the nest and you blow it up. I haven't gotten my first bomb yet because I just started the game tonight, so I can't do the monster nest yet. But as soon as I get a bomb, I'll gladly go clear out some monster nests because they're really, really quick rewards for some decent cash and some good experience real fast. Very easy to do.
So many corpses, and the war's just started.
I will be looting corpses for some extra cash. A great many ghouls and other foul eaters of the dead prowl near the village. Our patrols will do their best to eradicate this evil. Until the task is done, avoid all travel through these lands. Fair enough. So this was... I'm learning so much more about this game every time I come back and replay it. This was a Temerian fortress. These are Temerian soldiers. Temerians have the blue and yellow lilies like that. So these are the locals. Manuscript page albedo. Okay, so that is an alchemy recipe for albedo, which it's this, which is a sub ingredient in making other things later. Bacon, have you watched the Witcher series with Henry Cavill? Yes, I have. Personally, I like it. He brings up the spirit of Geralt. I haven't watched the new season yet, though. The new season is really good. There's a lot of people who do not like the new season. That is fine. That is their opinion. I personally thought it was really fucking cool. They they veered from what the show does they veered from what the books do and from what the game does, but honestly, every single goddamn movie has always done that since the beginning of time. So I'm not upset about that. But everyone's like, in the books, Geralt does this. Like, shut up. But when I watched the new season, it was exciting. It was fun. It showed us more about who Geralt is and how his job works. It showed us more about who Ciri is, her place in the world. It expanded a lot of things. I liked it a whole lot. I liked it a whole bunch. So yeah, the series is great. Oh, I do have 2 bombs. I can't make them yet though. All right, let's go talk to what's-face and let's do this mission.
You're here, good. Bastion. His body must be here somewhere.
Okay.
Among countless others. Want to examine them one by one? Could take a while.
You needn't fret. The recruits from White Orchard painted a small flower on their shields so as to be able to spot each other in battle. There was just a few of them. We look for the flowers, we'll find Bastion quick.
No offense, but many a soldier's dropped his shield, especially if he was on the losing side.
If we find the shield alone, Hassan will catch the scent and lead us to Bastion. Come on. Sooner we get this done, the better.
Yeah, Geralt, stop being a pussy. We can go in there and kill some fucking ghouls and stuff because we're good at that kind of thing. Because that's our job, Geralt. All right, it's our job, Geralt. You're fishing series 6 of Vikings now. Just got to finish. Ooh. You don't know anything about The Witcher yet? Oh, The Witcher is great. We are The Witcher. That is us, Geralt of Rivia. Our job in the world is we are a monster hunter and slayer that goes from town to town looking for work. So when I go into town, it's like, got any vampires, got any griffins, any like corpse eaters, drowners, ghouls, anything like that? And oh, there's a witch who lives in the town. She's been cursing us. Okay, I'll go look into it for gold, you know? And so that's the basic idea of who we are. And then the world itself is really neat. A long time ago, nobody knows when, they called it the conjunction of the spheres. Earth from like let's say the year 800 mixed with another planet, like in a weird magical sense, and all of a sudden a whole bunch of fucking monsters appeared on this planet. Or maybe they ended up on another planet. But so there's a bunch of people who live here who sort of remember portions of Earth's history, but live in this other medieval world, because it's only the year 1292. Live in this other medieval world that's filled with monsters and all kinds of evil stuff. It's really cool, man. You forgot to mention that everyone basically hates you in the game, not in real life. We all love you. Oh, I know. Hey, gaming, what up? Yeah, I know. Everyone, the world's really racist, so if you're not human, they really talk down to you, and Geralt is a mutated human. They hate him. All right, let's go into combat here. Those are the ghouls eating corpses. We're helping this guy look for his brother's corpse so he can bury him properly. This was a huge battle that you can see as the aftermath of it. Cool. 1 down. 2 down. Hey, he bit the dog. You asshole. All right, so see, my Witcher senses is making the dog stand out. What I'm looking for is, like you said, that flower thing. But I'm here to loot just about everything. Ooh, a dead horse. Oh, and I'm supposed to be doing it over here according to the map. Oh, I see it now. Right there, that red object. Let's see. Damn, I should shower soon. We're renovating the bathroom, so we're soon going to have to cut the lights. Ooh, yeah. So Earth got... to get into a monstrous medieval... Yeah, absolutely. Let's see if you remember me. Of course I remember you. Fuck. Mm. There's one over there, too. Let's just do this one first.
That him?
No. Neighbour's son. Come on, Hussar. Can you smell Bastion, boy? Still nothing.
What about that one?
That him?
No. Neighbour's son. Come on, Hussar. Can you smell Bastion, boy?
It's got to be inside this yellow circle, so that's probably... Because you know how video games work, it's always like the third thing you choose. Anyways, I'll go shower. Hopefully you'll see when you get back. I've been missing your chill streams.
Doesn't look anything like it.
Ooh, it's not even that it. It's not even that.
Come on, Hussar. Can you smell Bastion, boy? Still nothing.
Huh. So much battlefield here. See, it's not supposed to be over there because that's getting outside the yellow circle of searching. And the game's pretty good at, like, you know, not like lying to you about those kinds of things. Fuck, where is it? Dude. Oh, right there. There it is. You see it? That's him. Look, he's all burnt too.
Skin's burned off. Might be hard to tell, I know, but could this be him?
Oh, yeah. Bastion was big, broad-shouldered. This one seems smaller, but maybe it's the fire did that.
It's the fire. That's him, man.
He found him! Hussar's caught his scent! Come on!
Oh, that's not him. The dog found him. All right, let's follow the dog. Come on, boy. Oh! Oh, look!
There is more. My lieutenant demanded we defecate on command. Ballista bolts, landing all around, and all he could say was, "A soldier with a full stomach will not step onto the battlefield." Now shit, that is an order. Believe it, the cretin.
Stop! You're killing me.
They're opposing armies. Look, they're enemies.
That needs a tourniquet. But first, want to explain what's going on here?
Bastion! Is he?
Oh, that's neat.
The Guardian captured you?
No. He saved my life. I got a cut to my side, and then got hit in the head. Couldn't see anything. Rosinia found me as he crawled across the battlefield. His legs twisted. And so we were. Blind man leading a cripple. Found this place.
I'm taking you home. We need to see to these wounds.
I won't leave Rosinia. I'll own he'll die. And he can't go back to his home. He's deserted. They'll hang him.
Oh.
If they find him with us, they'll hang us all, my Laisha included. No, the Blacken stays here.
Your brother's right. It's too risky. If not for him, your brother would be dead. This is an interesting situation. So the brother was in battle and he basically was dead. And then this guy who is also fucked up in battle, who is an enemy, dragged him, and they both helped each other out of battle because at that point they're not even enemies. They're just two guys just trying not to die. It's like, that's kind of neat. Yeah. So you can better stick by him.
Bastion only made it with the Black One's help. Maybe you ought to show him Nordlings aren't as barbarous as Nilfgaardians make us out to be.
Well, I could give him our pa's clothes, teach him to work the field. But that accent... Fine, I'll take him in. Thank you, Witcher. Your reward.
There we go.
Protect you.
When are the GTA 5 days coming back? I think I might be completely done with GTA 5. I might be waiting for GTA 6 at this point, because, like, man, I don't know. I don't know if there's anything more I want to do in that game. Isn't 400,000 hours of it enough? So I think I'm just waiting for GTA 6 on that, you know what I mean? This is an interesting game. I love open world games, so I might just play this myself and get my own PC hopefully soon. Dude, this game is so big. Let me show you. Right now we're in White Orchard, right? In White Orchard, where we're at is this little space. This is how much space we covered. And the White Orchard is this big. But then White Orchard is only one of many lands. There's Velen, which this is about how big White Orchard is right here, right? But look how big this land is. And if that wasn't it, there's also, let's see. Novigrad is actually part of Velen. I don't know why they do that. This is the same place. There's the Royal Palace of Vizima, which is only one building, so that really doesn't count. There's Skellige Isles. This place is huge. Again, White Orchard would be about this big. Maybe this big. Not that big. But then look how big the Skellige Isles are. And then there is Kaer Morhen, which is pretty big. It's pretty big. It doesn't look that big on here, but it's pretty big. And then the king daddy of them all, which is Toussaint. The Duchy of Toussaint. Which this place is massive, and there is a fuck ton of stuff to do in it. This is easily a... Oh, this game? Yeah, this game is huge. I could see it being over 60 gigabytes. It's huge. It's like a 200, 300 hour game, you know? But you know what's really beautiful about it? The main game itself, it cost $60 when you originally bought it. Now it's probably like 15 or 10 bucks depending on where you buy it. The main game costs money, and the main game gives you like a good 150 hours of gameplay. And then the Hearts of Stone DLC gives you like another 30 hours, and that was free. They gave you a free 30-hour DLC that has top quality writing and cinematics. And then Blood and Wine came out, and that gives you like another 150 hours of free DLC, and that was free also. And it's like, dude, what company gives you that much DLC for free? I love this game and the way they handle it all. Okay, so we let that dude go. That's good. There's the monster nest. I need to make some bombs and shit still. Remember? All right, let's hunt down lilacs and gooseberries then. Where's the nearest crossroads? Is just directly south. Where's my horse? Where's my horse? Where's my goddamn horse? Where's my goddamn horse? Where's my goddamn horse? That's Epona's song from Zelda. All right, so these green signposts, these are quick travels. You can go from signpost to signpost really fast. Since I'm going up here, I'm going to go to this signpost to save myself a minute. Oh man, that's big. Reminds me of Assassin's Creed Brotherhood all of a sudden. They have an Assassin's Creed Easter egg in, I think it's in Witcher 2. It might be in this game. There's a part of Novigrad that when you turn a corner, you can find a cart full of hay that has a dead Ezio splatted on the ground next to it, like he did one of his leaps in Mist. You can like investigate the corpse and everything. They have Skyrim references in here. There's a in a doctor's office in Toussaint. There's a guard waiting, and when you talk to him, he's like, "Oh, this doctor, she is the best. Once I took an arrow to my knee, and she healed me. It would have ended my adventuring for sure." And it's like, that's great. All right, where am I going? I'm going that way. It's getting late in the day. Let's meditate. He can meditate anywhere. It's basically sleeping. When you meditate, you gain all your health back. You wash away any toxicity, because he can take like buffs that are like poisons, but he can only take so much. So there's like a meter, a toxic meter that will last for hours, that you can't take more potions until that's gone, you know. So it'll clear that because time goes by, and it just resets the day-night cycle, you know. Where are you, horse? Where's my horse? Where's my horse? Do, 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 do. Out of the way.
It's Durban now. Shit in a...
Come on. I'm going the right way? Yeah. I believe so. Yeah, and the terrains are really extremely varied. Like, you go from this to like swamps to snowy cliffs to like mountainous islands to like a straight up fantasy land with like a fucking rainbows and shit, you know, like the oh, and then to like a Toussaint looks like Sonoma wine country, but like in like a fantasy tale. Like the way the terrain looks is so varied that if you showed me a picture of the terrain, I could tell you which map it's in, you know. Whereas when you play games like Skyrim and like games, it's the one you always want to compare it to, you know, most of the map looks like other parts of the map. You know what I mean? This one, there's huge variations in the way the terrains look from area to area. And of course, the way the locals look and dress and talk and stuff like that. What? Oh! Hi, guys. Oh, they're level 4. They're kind of buff. Okay. You can let me just like manhandle you like that? Alright, that's cool. I thought they'd fight back a little more than that, but, you know, I guess not at all is a thing. On the map, you see that question mark right here? There, yeah, see, hidden treasure. There is treasure and shit just everywhere. Just everywhere. Hey. Dude, where are you going? Oh, it's locked. This guy's got the key. You know this guy's got the key. Yep. Ooh, look here. Blood-soaked military orders, some money, and a couple things I can sell for just some general cash. I think the enemy is a bit buggy. Other drowners just chilling while you kill his friend. I know. The AI of the enemies are normally so much more coordinated than that I don't understand why he's being like as buggy as he is. Oh yeah, my swords are better than this crap. All right, so let's read this book. Blood-soaked military orders. To whom it may concern, by order of the Legion Commander, the men bearing this missive are to be escorted north to the border post near Oxenford, where they will find a Redanian division waiting for them as noble-born Temerians. They are under special protection, and not a hair on their heads is to be harmed. Everything they carry is their own private property and is to remain in their possession. Any failure to heed this order will be punished in an accelerated military tribunal. Randall Wittenberg. Huh. All right. Well, they met at an untimely end. Okay, I've already read those before. Let's get back on my horse and head back north, or wherever we're going.
Come on, Roach.
Oh, okay, I remember where we're going now. This is a place in the game that... Oh, my game crashed. My game crashed. You're gonna go crash every now and then. It's a place in the game that... I'll restart it. Give me just a second. That, honestly, after the beginning of the game, you don't go back there very often. Oh, no. 1A. All right, restarting now. You know, I've got some mods running, and when you run mods, you get a little bit of unstableness sometimes, so I'll just chalk it up to that. I'll chalk it up to the unstableness. Beneath the tree.
This bard's tale begins near White Orchard, with my dear friend Geralt of Rivia seeking.
I like these.
The sorceress Yennefer. She'd eluded him for years, but now seemed just a few steps ahead.
I like these little updates that they give you as to what part of the game you're in right at that moment. All right, how much time did I lose? No. No. Okay, no, we're good. We're good. We're good. We're good. We're good. We haven't lost anything. We haven't lost anything. All I did was move towards the mission, but... The only thing we lost is killing the drowners, which that's fine. By the end of the game, we're going to kill 8 million drowners. So that's not really a thing. I'll find out which mod is giving me the instability that's doing that. It's just haul ass there. It's haul ass to Lollapalooza. Let my horse stamina regenerate as I go. I'm gonna ignore the guy that yells right here if he's still there. Oh, he's not there this time. All right, here's where it crashed. Are you gonna crash again on me? It crashed again on me. Why would you do that? What is wrong with that place? Why would you do that? Why would you do that? All right, so the mods that I have. Jump in shallow water. I don't think that's doing it. Maybe me galloping around the water is doing that. I'm going to wrap up the stream anyways, because I was getting to the part where I'm going to wrap it up just because, you know, it's getting a little late. But so these are the mods that I'm working here, guys, right? Let me go ahead and just like get it out of the way. I am running jump in the shallow water. That's not that big of a mod, you know what I mean? I have vampires have no shadows. That's kind of a fun mod, just for fun. I have improved particle system. That's a maybe. I have no more nudity mod. There's no nudity there. I have HD birds and a lore-friendly erendite, which that doesn't matter. So my guess is it's probably jump in the shallow water mod or mod improved particle systems, because we're actually very near the swamps, which has a ton of fog in it. And I'm wondering if that is what's fucking it up. So anyways, I'll hold off on playing any more Witcher until I stream it again, because I'm going to go ahead and just call it a night on this one. I'd like to thank you for joining. I hope you had a good time. I'd like to thank you, Hassan, for that donation. That was really awesome of you. I'll be back. Let's see, what's today? Let me look at this really quick. It's Sunday. I'll be back, I want to say Tuesday, I think. So not tomorrow, but the day after, you know? Yeah. I didn't know you're in the Philippines, man. Oh, that's awesome. Well, Hassan, Patch, dude, thanks, guys. I had a great time. I'll see you all in just a couple days here. I have a little bit of editing I got to work on now and tomorrow. That's kind of why I should get off, because it's 12:30, and yeah, I'm only going to be awake for like another like 2 hours, 3 hours before I get tired. So I got to get a little work done. But anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Watch The Witcher. Purchase this game on your consoles and Xboxes and PCs. It's got to be cheap at this point. It's such an old game. I know you could pick up on G2A for the PC, probably for like $8 or $10, maybe even cheaper. I'm sure you can find like an old used copy, but it's just like the best game, guys. I have hundreds of hours invested in it already, and it's just so impressive. So anyways, thanks for joining. Hey, Gaffa. I'm sorry, I forgot to mention you. I didn't mean to leave anybody out. Guys, I'll talk to you all later, all right? You have a good night. Take care. Hey, my hair's getting long. Look at that shit. You see that? All right, guys. I'll talk to you later.